Good morning, everybody. Hey, happy Friday. Today is November the 4th. It is episode number 4 with the note closers. I'm here in the office just a little bit earlier than everybody because we are getting ready to kick off our virtual note buying for dummies workshop. And excited. It's the last class of the year. We've just done an amazing things over the last 16 months with our workshops here, doing everything online. And one thing you got to keep in mind in today's world is this thing I'm holding in my hand, my phone, is really the new TV of today. Whereas so many people that grew up, the baby boomers, that the TV in the house was their main source of information. Well, in today's world, it's this in our hand, our ability to be able to communicate with so many people from our smartphones. Hopefully you've got a smartphone versus a flip phone or an old Nokia, but the title of today's thing, No Sleep Till Brooklyn, okay? It takes me back to when I was in high school with the Beastie Boys. No sleep till Brooklyn. You know, talking about road trips and things like that, or arriving on things. And you guys all have to realize that you've arrived. Come on in, Mr. Thompson. Good morning.
Hello.
You doing all right this morning?
Doing fantastic.
He's on the Note Closer show this morning. So he's rolling in here as we're getting set up for the thing. But one of the biggest things you got to keep in mind, in today's world, this phone is more powerful than most of the things out there that you'll see. I think it's more powerful than some of your social media profiles. I think it's more powerful than letters. In some cases, it can be more powerful than your email, as long as you use it on a regular basis. You just got to communicate and keep things going and going and going. And sometimes, guys, you've got to put away things like sleep to get stuff done. Sometimes things will keep you up at night to get stuff done. That's what most people don't realize is some people, especially if you're working full time, you know, you still have your life. That's great. Hey, you got your kids, your family, whatever you need. Fine, it happens. But if you really want to accomplish something, you've got to start doing things that others aren't. Does that mean instead of going out and chilling at the game, you're at home working on your profiles? Yeah. Does it mean instead of going out and having fun on a weekend, do you stay in and you work through your funnels to get things done? It totally does. If somebody's taking a road trip, maybe you're not taking a road trip, you're staying home to work on it and trip on your own stuff. So, we always are trying to tweak things out there. And sometimes I'm up late at night thinking. Sometimes stuff wakes me up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Oh, my God, that's a great idea. And I have to jot the things down. I know, kind of, Chase, you kind of jump into that sometimes too, don't you?
Yes, I think it's very true. I think that a lot of times, I was introduced by the idea by a guy that we both enjoy, Gary Vaynerchuk.
Yeah.
He likes to say you have your 9 to 5, and then you have your second 9 to 5. You have like the 7 to 2. You have the 9 to 2, whatever that time frame is for you. And I think what a lot of people, I don't even know who said it. It's a really great way of looking at it, though. I think a lot of people underestimate what they can do, in terms of a short-term thing, right? Like, they think if I wake up early this time, or if I do extra work today, or whatever it is, this is my whole life forever. Like, they underestimate like how much you can really accomplish in that short period of time, and doing those things that other people won't do, and they really just don't get that it's a short-term window to see the growth and move into a direction that's going to get them somewhere that they want to go. And so I think they just immediately assume like, oh my gosh, now I'm always going to have to be up, 9 p.m. to 4 a.m. or whatever. And it's just not the case. Like, that short-term hustle can really provide you with what you need to make a difference, to make a change.
Well, and that's the case because so few people are doing anything big out there. And big, it doesn't have to be huge, humongous $1 million. It could be literally you're doing 2 extra hours of work a night to knock things out.
Yes, very true. I think that a lot of people, I look at.
We're live here, by the way, so you can talk at the camera if you want.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't like to call. No, so I look at it like this. My wife and I, we watch roughly 45 minutes of TV because we have no cable, so all we have is like Netflix and Hulu. So we know exactly how much time we're watching, which is funny. So we watch about 45 minutes of TV, like 2, maybe 3 times a week. Like that's it. And That's it. Like literally, legitimately, there's no other kind of media consumption coming from that particular device because I'm up late on Tuesdays working to get the podcast out on a Wednesday. We've got the kids obviously, or we're working on another. I mean, when other people turn on the TV when they get home, it's just not the case, right? Like we don't have that time, and I spend that time doing other things to be able to not do certain things when I'm 40, 50, to set myself up in a position that we're in a better place than, say, our parents were, whatever, right? So, the little things. It's the little things. Like if the World Series is obviously one that I'll give a pass on, right? Like that was obviously a big pivotal moment there. But, it's little things. Like, is that episode of Game of Thrones or, the reruns of Friends or whatever more important than your business? Like, that's the question you need to ping against yourself all the time, every time. And I'm not saying never have those moments. I'm just saying that you might have them more often than you think, and to check yourself against that. And I think that's important. I think that's a big deal. I think that a lot of people don't ping that against themselves. I don't think they stop and really ask themselves those questions. And all of a sudden, the week gets away, the day gets away from them, the week gets away from them, the month, and then shit. What did I do in 2016? Nothing, because, like I said, Game of Thrones had a new launch. There was a crazy baseball season. The election season went wild.
Don't forget House of Cards, dude.
House of Cards. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, but then all of a sudden, you can track your life through the things that you consumed instead of the things that you produced.
It's deep, dude. I love that. That's good stuff.
Yeah. So anyway, to me that to me is the big thing. Like, I love sleep. My wife, she's funny. She is like, she requires like 9 hours to be like fully herself. Like some people, it's like this or that. She that's what she needs. But what she would get done in that other, what is that, 15 hours or whatever, just smokes so many people's day. In terms of, she knows when she's off, she's taking a nap or she's sleeping or whatever. But when she's on and she's working, she busts it like somebody I've never met. So, just know that about yourself. I'm not saying you got to operate on 3 hours for the rest of your life. I'm just saying that sometimes it takes extraordinary effort to get through it. So,
that's good stuff. That's good stuff.
So, this weekend, this Friday, think about it. I mean, yes, we are full of stuff the next 2 months of holidays and parties and things like that. But if you don't have your game plan down for next year, maybe you need not to sleep till Brooklyn. No sleep till New Year's is what basically the whole thing is there for you. Because if you're not at a point where you want to be and you've not accomplished what you want to accomplish, then you need to spend time on your business versus spend time having fun. So with that, guys, we'll wrap up episode 4 here of the Note Closer Show. Hope you guys have a great day. It's a little shorter than normal, but we're getting ready and prepping here for our final virtual Note Buying for Dummies workshop for 2016. So we'll see you guys later. Have a great weekend.